top 9 offenses in the league, I mean, obviously you're going to have your people at the top. You're going to have the Kansas City Chiefs. You're going to have the Buffalo Bills. You're going to have the Eagles. You're probably going to have the Cowboys, right? You're going to have those teams up at the top. So I opened up the list, and right off the bat, my man wants to fire shots. My man wants to be like, you know what? No holds bar here. Opening sentence says Kansas City Chiefs are not number 1. Okay, I can respect that. Right? I mean, there are better offenses as a whole, I think, out there better than the Kansas City Chiefs. So we start scrolling down the article, scrolling down. Finally, like halfway through the article, it comes to number 9. Number 9 comes the LA Chargers. The LA Chargers were 13th in points last season and 9th in yards last season. So he thinks he'll have the number 9 offense this season going into 2023. Now, I've been on record saying I do think the Chargers are probably one of the most dangerous teams, the highest ceiling and the lowest floor of all the NFL teams. They can be really good or really bad, right? There's no middle ground for the Chargers. Either really good or really bad. It all comes down to Brandon Staley and their coaching. So I'm like, damn. Okay, if the Chargers are 9, who comes in at number 8? And I do agree with number 8. It is the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys were 4th in points last season and 11th in yards last season. So number 8 kind of seems right there in the middle, right? Another season with CeeDee Lamb. They add a little bit of Brandon Cooks. They added Deuce Vaughn. That is going to be a great X factor for them. And Michael Gallup back. Ooh, get me some Michael Gallup. This could be a very potent offense, right? And then this is kind of where I start scratching my head. This is where I'm like, what in the God green gracious are you talking about, my man? Because this hype for this team is absolutely freaking stupid. This team last year was 29th in points and 25th in yards. And this person thinks that the New York Football Jets will be the 7th ranked offense in 2023, all because they added Aaron Rodgers and Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb. What? Okay, now I'm like, well, shit, if the Jets are number 7 and the Chiefs are not number 1, do I dare scroll down the rest of the page? Do I want to get really upset? And then he has the Cincinnati Bengals at number 6. The Bengals were 7th in points last year and 8th in total yards last season. The Bengals arguably have one of the best wide receiver cores in the entire league. Second best quarterback in the league in Joe Burrow. They have T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, right? They added Orlando Brown Jr. to that offensive line to solidify it a little bit, moving Jonah Williams over to the right tackle. Possibly one of much improved offensive line. Number 6, I'm like, okay, bet. Now we have five teams left. In my mind, I'm thinking, Eagles, Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills, maybe the 49ers, right? I'm thinking, who can be number 1? If the Chiefs are not number 1, top 5 here. And then this is the biggest head scratcher of them all. The biggest head scratcher of them all. The Jacksonville Jaguars come in at number 5. They were 10th in points last season and 10th in yards last season. This guy is buying everything about the Trevor Lawrence hype. This man is on Trevor Lawrence MVP hype level train. He is talking his shit like Christian Kirk is. Christian Kirk says the Jacksonvilles are the best receiver core in the NFL. There's no holding them back. They have future Hall of Famers. They will be the best offense in the league, yada, yada, yada. Number 5. Number 5? What? Then number 4. Now it starts to make a little bit more sense. Philadelphia Eagles come in at number 4. Apparently, he thinks they're going to take a step back. They were 4th in points last season and 4th in yards. 3rd in points and 3rd in yards. Coming in at 4th. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. You got DeAndre Swift now. Jalen Hurts. course, taking away the RPO is going to really hurt the Eagles. But then at number 3, you have the Buffalo Bills. Second in points last year, second in yards, taking a step back. Technically, right? Coming in at number 3. Then the Chiefs are at number 2. The Chiefs were first in points last season and first in yards last season as well. Now, I do understand the hype around the Chiefs, but I do understand the reserve about the Chiefs as well. I'm kind of on the reserve side of things like a little bit. I'm like, I do like the receiver core. I do like what Justin Ross has done in the offseason. I do like Travis Kelce still. I still like MVS. I still like Sky more, Isaiah Pacheco. But then he has the San Francisco 49ers at number 1. The San Francisco 49ers as the best offense going into 2023. We didn't even know who the starting quarterback was for the San Francisco 49ers until like 2 days ago. Brock Purdy will start. Now, they do have CMC. They still have Debo. Their offense is not terrible by any means, right? They were 6th in points last season and 5th in yards last season, respectively. But what did they do to go from 5 to number 1 this off season? What did they do? And do you guys notice a team that is missing? Do you notice a team that is missing? The Miami Dolphins are not there. You do not see the Miami Dolphins anywhere on there. You don't hear nothing about the Detroit Lions. We don't hear nothing about the Minnesota Vikings. This man has the Chargers at 9, the Cowboys at 8, the Jets at 7, the Bengals at 6, the Jaguars at number 5, the Eagles at 4, the Buffalo Bills at 3, the Chiefs at 2, and the San Francisco 49ers at number 1. Now, this is all offense.